Hey everyone, here with Stubborn for ear cleaning today, and he is not happy. He's clinging to me for dear life like, no mom. Oops, sorry, my camera's being weird. And today's shirt feature is, a wise woman once said, fuck it, I'm getting a Sphynx cat, and lived happily ever after. Such a fun shirt. So this t-shirt and all of our other merch is on our website. We have them in t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, coffee mugs. Sorry, try to get the camera positioned right for you guys. Okay, so we have our pet grooming sling. Get Stubborn in so that I can be hands-free. I know. You hate Wednesdays. Yeah. Wednesdays and Saturdays. We do grooming twice a week for him. That way I keep up on all his needs, but I can just do one thing at a time because it's faster and easier for us both. Stubborn's going to be 10 years old this year, so he's getting a little bit more cranky. You know, tends to happen as we get older. He's a little bit of a cranky guy now. Yeah. We love you even when you're cranky. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, so he's in the sling. And hang him up on the table. Turn that light off for a second so I can see what you guys can see. There we go. Okay. And we have, of course, our brand Renewed Pet Ear Cleaning Drops. Give them a really good shake. All of our products are all natural, so it will separate out. And our brand's also Pet Shower Cap / Ear Cap. I love using this when I groom his ears because otherwise, as soon as you put the drops in their ears, they're going to try to shake their head and then they'll shake the drops all over you. It can stain your clothing, your walls. But also, if the product's not in the ears, then it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So it's good to keep the product in the ears. And then we have our 100% cotton reusable pet wipes that you can purchase as a add-on with all of our ear cleaner or nail cleaner or eye wash products. Sorry, I'm just getting over, I don't know, some kind of virus. It was really yucky. His Tiki Cat lickable cat treat. This is one of my top recommended brands. I have a special blog. If you want, we can send it to you. Just send us a DM asking for it because I spent hours and hours researching all of the lickable cat treats and came up with a list of the best quality brands because they don't all have ingredients that I would want to feed my cat. And a cat lickable treat dispensing spoon, which we can send you the link for, is available on Amazon. And this helps give them the treat and keep it a little bit less messy. Yeah. He likes that one today. That one is tuna in gravy. All right, so ear number 1, open up the little twisty top, pop one ear out. You just add as many drops as needed until it starts to pool up in the ear canal. And then slip that ear back in there. And give it a good little massage. I see some questions coming here. Brittany Jade said, dear goodness, please, is there a link for this contraption? My guy needs this. Yes, so these grooming slings, we have 3 different sizes. These are available on our website. You can just go to our bio, the link is right there, you can click on. And this entire setup is a grooming table that I purchased a few years ago on Amazon. And it's available there for about $160. Was totally worth the money for me because now I can groom him totally hands-free, and I have a large dog, so I put her up here every week to do her teeth, and I have to brush her out. She's a poodle, so she has to be brushed every week. And it's just, it's so helpful. It saves my back. And I'm living by myself right now, so I don't have anybody to help me hold them. The table came with the built-in eyelets already to hang the grooming slings, so super, super easy. But I recommend to people, if you want to get a grooming sling and you don't want to spend the $160 on a table like this, you can just get well, number one, you can hang your pet from the shower curtain rod. You know, just make sure everything's like really, really stable. You can get a, you know, tension shower curtain rod and put it in any doorway, archway, or you can also use sometimes a closet system. Again, just be really careful with all those scenarios. You want to make sure it's like really steady and your pet's not gonna accidentally fall with a shower curtain or, you know, closet rack falling on them or something. So this is, you know, really the safest bet to go, but I've seen people do other things like that, or, you know, they've just installed like just got like a rod, like a wooden rod from Home Depot or whatever, and just installed it right into their wall, into their closet or something like that. All right, we filled the other ear, and now you just want to do a massage. Just at the corner of the ears for, I don't know, like 1 to 2 minutes is best. He makes these little grunting noises when I'm doing his ears. It's like, so funny. You guys probably can't hear it. Which makes me think that he really, you know, that this really feels good, even though he doesn't want to be groomed and he's stressed out, but all those little grunty noises makes me think it actually feels good. Getting the little massage and getting his ears cleaned. Okay, so once you're done with the massage, then just come with your wipe, and you can use your use your finger and the wipe like that so that you can get down into the ear a little bit, but just be very careful. Don't push hard. These bones in the ear are very, very small, fragile bones, and people in the past have been known to actually accidentally break the bones in their pets' ears. So very gentle here. And the thing is, you don't need to clean all of the ear drop product out, because ideally we want it to stay in the ear for the next 24 hours anyway. That's how it's going to do its work. It goes down in there and it actually can dry up the ear discharge and remove it. So we just kind of go in just as far as what's easy to reach. Yeah, good job, buddy. And then of course I do like, you know, the upper part of the inside of the ear as well, and kind of down here along the side of the ear, because sometimes they get a little discharge there. All right, so now he's gonna shake. So that's ear number 1. And then like I said, the excess of the product's down in there in his ear canal where I can't reach with this. And so it's gonna work for over the next 24 hours or so. So what you can do, I recommend, is if you want to come back the second day, about the same time, about 24 hours later, take another wipe and wipe the ear out again, and then you'll be really happy because the ears will look a lot more clean by that second day after the product has worked, and it dries out some of the ear gunk and it kind of pulls it to the surface, and then you can wipe the remainder out and they will be very, very clean and safely. You know, one of the biggest reasons we designed these ear drops the way we did is, you know, because so many people out there are using Q-tips, and we've heard just horror stories, just broken ear bones, impacted earwax causing ear infections, and even sometimes ruptured eardrums from people digging down in there with Q-tips. It's really not needed. Just need some good drops like this and some simple wipes. Okay, so there we go. That's what we got out of ear number 1 and 2. Good job, buddy. Want some more treat? Sometimes he refuses because he's like, no, just get down from here. Good job, buddy. Good job. Okay, and also just to point out, this information's on our website as well under the ear cleaning drops listing. But if this is the first time you're using the ear cleaning drops and you have a pet that has a lot of ear discharge, it's recommended to use the drops daily for 5 to 7 days, because sometimes, like in my cat's situation, sometimes these hairless pets especially are very prone to yeast, and a lot of that brownish, reddish discharge in the ears can actually be chronic yeast infection. And using the drops several days in a row will help really break down that infection and drastically lower the number of yeast in the ear. But it takes more than just a one-time treatment to accomplish that. Even if you go get a prescription anti-yeast treatment for the ears for your pets, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to have you use the drops every single day for 7 to 10 days. So especially with a natural product, it's not as strong as a chemical, so it can take a little bit more time and effort. So that's what we recommend if you're first starting with our product, is always use it for the 5 to 7 days in a row first. And then after that, you can use it just once a week or twice a week, whatever your particular pet needs. Stubbins ears do fine, as long as I do it like once every 2 weeks. Okay, then I just brought over a bowl of soapy water so that I can wash my hands before I go removing the clips from the sling, so that way I don't get the sling all dirty with all the product oils and the grossness that came out of his ears. So it's a little trick I learned so I can keep my grooming sling clean. All right, buddy. Yeah, you did a good job. All done. Wednesday grooming is all done. Yes, it is. Okay, buddy. Yes, we love you. Yes. Say bye to everybody. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. So, this weekend is bath day. So I'll be back Sunday live to do his bath with you guys and show you my tips and tricks. He's such a good boy. Isn't he so cute? He's so cute. He's so photogenic, isn't he? So photogenic. We all wish we could be that cute. All right, were there any other questions for me? Brittany says it's nice to see how the sling works with the shorty arms. Yes, it does. One caveat though, I didn't mention today, but I've mentioned before. When they do have the short legs, like him, he has learned that he can tuck one of his back legs up, and then he can get it locked around the leg hole, and he can push backwards, and then he'll be able to push himself completely backwards out of the sling. So I learned that after the first couple times of putting him in the sling. So I have to be mindful when I'm grooming him and watch that little back leg, because if he gets it up in there, then he can push himself out. So I just as soon as I see him pull that leg in, I just got to pull it back out. So, cats are Houdinis, so it's really hard to put them in something where they absolutely cannot get out. This works really, really well. That's one exception that I've found, that they can get themselves out if they get that little foot in there. Glamma 518 teeth brushing. So I'm doing his bath on Sunday, so next Wednesday will be teeth brushing again. We do also have, if you go again, the link in our bio, we have an entire tab on our website dedicated to how to use videos. Our company does make an all-natural toothpaste for cats and dogs. There's a catnip and a cheese flavor. And if you just go on that page on our website, you can find the how-to video on the toothpaste or any of our other products, and get some tips and tricks on how to use that. We also, really exciting news, 2 weeks ago, we just launched our collaboration with Ryer Cat brand. It's the world's first actually designated cat toothbrush. It is just amazing. It's really smartly designed. It's eco-friendly, and it does such a good job. I've always promoted using a pediatric size, small size toothbrush, especially a spin brush with a small head. But this toothbrush, I recommend even above and beyond that. So now when you purchase our toothpaste, you have the option of adding the Ryer cat toothbrush along with the toothpaste, so you can check that out. But anyway, yeah, I'll be back next week for the live toothbrushing. Okay. And someone said, hi, they're too smart. I have 2 Bambinos. Yes, they are smart. They're very smart and very good at getting themselves out of situations they don't want to be in. And this person said, love all your products. Thank you. Okay, so that's it for now. Let's see, it's 6:30. I'm going to be jumping back on here at 7 for my live Q&A. So if you've got any random cat questions at all, I'll be back in 30 minutes to do that with you guys. See you soon.